welcome back to my channel. My name is Abby and I am part of AB Artistry. I'm so excited to have you guys today. If you're new here and you like this video, be sure to subscribe down below later. And today we are just going to do a classic everyday makeup look. As we get into the fall season, it's a little bit colder. We have a little bit more time inside, right? So people are starting to get their makeup groove back together. This is the perfect look for you. I'm all about super easy, affordable looks that anyone can do at any skill level, and that's what you're gonna see today. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. All right, as I always tell you guys, we need to moisturize. And so I'm just going right in with some Weightless water cream from CoverGirl. I love this stuff. It's lasted me a pretty long time. I use this stuff on brides fairly often. It works on multiple skin types. One of the secrets that I tell a lot of my clients is you not only want to get this all rubbed into your face, but also into your lips and your eyebrows, just to be able to prime everything really, really nicely. Okay, so next, you need a little bit of eye cream. Really any eye cream here is gonna work. You want to go in with your fourth finger here and just kind of dab it. Underneath your eyes is a very sensitive area. And so you just wanna use like your lightest touch there. And I like to put some on my eyelids too. No harm, right? So next we are going to go in with a primer. Lately I've been loving Milani's primers. This is Skin Quench by Milani. It's like $11 at Target. It's on the thicker side for primers, but I almost look at it as like a moisturizer as well. And it does an amazing job getting the skin tacky and just so hydrated. Next, I'm going to add in some of my under eye brightening cream by Ulta. It's $6 from Ulta. And it just works so well. What you're gonna do is just go right under your eyes with it, or anywhere that you just want a little extra brightness, and just put that stuff right in there. Just draw it on. Okay, so I'm just gonna use this Fix Plus Prep and Prime spray and spray it everywhere that I just put on that brightening cream. So I am kind of letting it dry with my primer right now, and I am then going to blend it in. I love this brand. It's from Amazon. This is called BS Mall. It's just this little concealer blending brush, and I absolutely love it. I actually lost mine recently, so I just got a new one in the mail like 20 minutes ago, and so this one's super new. And it comes in a pack of like 10 different brushes, and it's literally like $10 or $12, I think. I'll link it below. But this brush is a must-have. It just gets in all of those small areas, those hard to reach areas, and does awesome. So I'm just kind of lightly blending that in below my eyes. And as you can see, it's already brightening so much. Now I'll just kind of tap it in. So next I'm gonna do my eyebrows, and as you can see, I have pretty thick eyebrows here. I use this Fix It Brow by Benefit. And what you do here is you just take the little brush, it's like this little brush here, and you just put it on as if you're putting on mascara. So just follow like the shape that you want to accentuate with your brows. So I start here and I just go straight up, keep brushing up till you get to the arch. Now brush down. Look at that. And guys, this way you get perfect brows every time. Okay, so now just to carve out my eyebrows a little bit, I took a little bit of Infallible concealer. I love this stuff. It's an amazing Shape Tape dupe, guys. It's in color 340, Fawn Comois, I don't know. But I'm just taking a little bit on my brush and just going in and lightly shaping the brow. So see how I did that? You just go boom and shape down. This will just add to that arch shape that you want without covering up any of your natural brow. And that's super easy too. So now you just go in, or you blend in the rest of that concealer. And I like to go in upward strokes just to mimic the direction that your brows are going, and then go in downward strokes here. Again, just to mimic the direction that your brows are going, and then down at the end. See guys, this is just a really good technique because it's using optical illusions to make your brows just appear the exact shape that you want them to. I did not change the shape of my brows. I'm not a shapeshifter. But I am just using techniques that just I can use to my advantage and make it look like I just got like a brow wax, which is awesome. All right guys, next we are going in with some of my most recent favorite foundation for the fall. Favorite foundation for the fall. Say that 5 times fast. Favorite foundation for the fall. Favorite. I love this stuff. It's called Lock It by Kat Von D. It's amazing. I got a color match for me at Sephora. This is in light 44. It's cool and it is a nice buildable foundation. You only need about a pump and a half or so. I just put that on the back of my hand like that, and I'm gonna take a wet beauty blender and I'm just gonna dip it in and start putting dots on my face just so I remember to get every area. All right, once you get the dots on your face, you just go in and you lightly tap with the beauty blender, ensuring that you get everywhere down the cheeks and the mustache area. You know, ladies and gents. And down on the chin. And you really want to blend this out super well so it becomes a second layer of skin. Now I'm just dragging excess product down onto my neck because the worst possible thing is to have a different color neck than your face. As you can see guys, this foundation is flawless. I love it. And you can still see those brighter areas that I went in with that under eye bright. Now I'm gonna go in with a little bit more of concealer. I'm just gonna add it down in the corner of my eye here, up. Kind of trace a line from your lip, the edge of your lip to your earlobe. You guys are artists. Look at that. I was always terrible at art in school, to be honest, except I remember there was this one class, I think it was in like 5th or 6th grade, and we were studying Georgia O'Keeffe. Shout out. I love her stuff. She's awesome. You guys ever heard of Georgia O'Keeffe? She was like I think she was an impressionist painter that specialized in like flowers, and I remember we like did a little Georgia O'Keeffe project, and guys, I promise you, I like still have that at home. That painting that I made. Actually, I think my parents have it. If I can find it, I will put a picture in this video. Yeah, I was never good at art class except in that 5th grade class. And I was like, oh my gosh, guys, painting's actually not that hard. And so ever since then, people ask me, oh, are you good at art? I'm like, well, I do makeup and I can like kind of paint because I made one good painting in 5th grade. But shout out to Mrs. McGarry. You were awesome. You were like my art teacher for many years. All right, guys, I'm just gonna go in really quickly and set my under eyes here. I'm using classic, the Laura Mercier translucent powder and this little brush from Solve, also from Amazon. And I'm just gonna go in and kind of dab here. Dab. And this just sets my under eyes for the rest of the time. I like to put some on my eyelids too. This also is a great time to go ahead and put eyeshadow primer on just to let it dry. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and do that as well. Guys, honestly, all eyeshadow primer is pretty similar. I'm using the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion just because I keep getting like little samples of these. And this is another painting moment if you want it to be. If you know who Georgia O'Keeffe is, will you please comment below? Because I'm gonna be like pretty embarrassed if no one knows who that is and I'm just like out here. Georgia O'Keeffe is the best artist to ever live. I put my eyeshadow primer on, I'm gonna let that sit, and now I'm gonna finish the rest of my face. Okay, next I'm gonna go in with this little like angled foundation brush. It's not normally what I use, but I just wanna show you that you can really use any brush. So I'm just taking this foundation, this powder foundation. It's from Maybeline Fit Me. As you can see, I've hit pan on it. It just like is so natural and lays so nicely on my skin. All right, so now we're gonna go in with some bronzer. This is Too Faced Natural Chocolate. It's called the Chocolate Soleil Natural Chocolate Cocoa Infused Healthy Glow Bronzer in Golden Cocoa. That was a mouthful, but I like this. I like this bronzer. I am using a Real Techniques brush. It's a contour brush. It's number 206, and I'm going to swirl it around in my bronzer, tap it, and then we're gonna start at the upper cheekbone in the hairline area, and we're gonna make circles and then carve out the shape that we want. And the reason I like to start in my hairline is because the bronzer brushes get super highly pigmented when you touch it into the pan, and then you get this, like, see how I got it on my forehead? You get this big blob, and that can like mess up your entire look. So I like to kind of build it in here, starting at the hairline, moving down, and then get some on your nose as well. Just kind of fluff it. There's no real technique here. No pun intended. And I'm gonna get a good amount on my nose just so it looks like I'm not like a ghost. Like I said, this is everyday makeup, so I'm not gonna do any crazy contouring. And then I'm also gonna do one last swirl and just take it down on my chin. I kind of just like to do this space because why not? It doesn't really help anything, but it's just fun. Once you got your bronzer on, it's now time for highlighter. And we are using Anastasia Glow Kit. This is my favorite highlighter palette, guys. It is a must-have. I love it. There's 4 amazing colors in it: marshmallow, gumdrop, butterscotch, and starburst. And I kind of love using just like a mixture of everything. I like to just touch it and then take this little fan brush. This is also an Amazon brush, so we know it's great. And you just take it and you touch the top of your cheekbones, you touch the top of your nose, you touch the top of your eyelids, and you touch the top of your lip. And then wherever you kind of naturally hit light in there, you can go in as well. Take this larger brush from Solve. I'm just gonna kind of blend in a little bit more, just so nothing looks like a straight streak of highlighter, right? Beautiful. All right, guys, last but not least, we have blush. We are gonna go in with that Face Flat Angled Brush by BS Small that I put on with my bronzer, and you're just gonna touch this MAC brush a few times. It's called Sweet Enough. It is a mineralized brush, and I love this blush a lot. It gives the dewy appearance. It has some little sparkles infused on it. I recommend it. It is a little pricey, but it's worth it. And I'm just following the apples of my cheeks, and I kind of like to go on the bridge of the nose. I've been watching a lot of TikTok stuff about what you guys are doing, and a lot of you are liking that blush look, and you kind of like it right up here. And so you can do that, or you can do a more typical classic look, which is just kind of adding the blush right up above your bronzer. Now I'm just gonna go in one more time with just a little extra bronzer. And just take that brush that you used for your highlighter, don't put any more highlighter on it, but just go back in and blend again. Okay, see how blended that is? That's amazing. All right, that's it for the face. So now I'm just gonna put this setting spray on and let it dry. Our setting spray has now set, it's done its job. So now we are going to go in with some eyeshadow. I'm going in with this shadow palette by Treluce, La Flor de Mexico. And I love this stuff. It is new from Ulta. It's a new line. It's vegan, it's cruelty-free, and it's really cute. It has this little magnetic mirror that you can take off, and then there's a little note from the makeup artist. I've used it a lot, and the colors are just beautiful. I definitely recommend getting it. This shadow palette in general is more of a warm palette. So I'm gonna go in with this color Yucca Flower. It's just more on the lighter side, just to prime my eyelids for putting some more product on. Also, I'm just using this little angled shadow brush from BS Small, Amazon again. Love these brushes, again, super cheap. Okay, with that same brush, we're gonna go in with this lighter taupey color called Morning Glory, just to add a little bit more depth to the eye. And I just made a mistake. That's fine, because anything is fixable. And you don't wanna put it too much in the corner, because that's gonna add unnecessary darkness. You kind of want to start on the outside and kind of blend it in on an angle, like a downward sloping angle here. Think about your 30, 60, 90 triangle, folks. That's what we're looking for. Wow, I'm mentioning a lot of middle school and high school stuff out here. Georgia O'Keeffe, my 30s, 60s, 90s. Anyway, I'm gonna start just making this a deeper, more complex eye, but still natural. So we're gonna go in with this like brownish orangish color called Petunia. Just add a little bit more depth there. I'm gonna go in with this little blending brush here and get that Petunia into my crease a little bit here, and then just pushing it out a little bit as well. So kind of into your crease and then pushing it out. Now we're gonna go in with Passiflower and Chocolate Cosmos, and it's just kind of gonna be a mixture of both of those. And you just wanna add a few dots in the corner near your lash line. And I like to go back and forth. Just 2 dots, 2 dots, 2 dots, 2 dots. See that? 2 dots, 2 dots, 2 dots, 2 dots. I know it sounds annoying, but this is to save you from putting way too much product in one eye. And you're gonna go again with these wispy motions with this little brush, wispy motions, wispy motions. And look, you've got a soft, smoky, warm eye. Finally, we are gonna just go in with a little bit of shimmer. And I don't know, like you can pick any of them. I might pick this one right here because it has kind of similar warm, pinky, brownie tones that I'm looking at. It's called Birds of Paradiso. And I'm actually just gonna touch like 2 times into the eyeshadow and dab it on my eyelid just like that. And look, it just adds this like subtle shimmery color that's really pretty. And I like to blend everything in together with my middle finger at the final stage of this. And I don't do this a ton, but when I do kind of like everyday makeup looks, I do like to do that just so nothing seems like over the top. Ooh, so you guys, things can happen and it's super easy fix. Look, just take your blending brush and get in there and fix it. So now just for a little bit of eyeliner, you can absolutely skip this part if you don't like to wear eyeliner every day. So what you want to do is you want to grab the inner corner or the outer corner of your eye and pull it straight and lift it up, because you kind of want your eye to have a lifted look. At least I do, because I have hooded eyes. So I like to pull it up and then just take small swipes here all the way to the corner. Quick wisps. Okay, so that's just that little bit of eyeliner there. And my eyes get really dry on this outer corner. That's why I keep dabbing it with the wet sponge, because it's, you know, that fall seasonal allergies. So I'm just taking the eyeliner and lightly dabbing it underneath my eye. All right, guys, same process on the other side. Beautiful. Now underneath, same thing. Quick, quick, quick. I'm going to go ahead and put my Volume Boost mascara primer on, and while that is drying, I will put on my lip plumper. This mascara primer I got from Primer is on, now plumper goes on. All right, now I'm going in with the Roller Lash Light by Benefit. Love this mascara, have for a long time. We're just going to close your eyes and blink into the mascara. This is my like favorite trick. And kind of like as you're blinking, slide the mascara from left to right just to really coat those lashes. Coat, coat, coat. Amazing. And you're gonna just get like so much length. And then same thing for the bottom. Back and forth. You can finish this look off with any of your favorite glosses. I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I will reveal the final look. Alright guys, this is the finished product. I hope you like it. If you liked this video, please comment, like, or subscribe. I love you guys, and